Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans.
And good afternoon and welcome to Bushnell-Prairie City High School on this Saturday afternoon. Picture-perfect weather for football. Temperatures upper 60s, not a cloud in the sky. And we should be in for a dandy here today between the Heat of West Central coming in at 1-0 with their big win last Friday night at Galva, and BPC coming off the 44-0 shutout at Peoria Heights. Chris Frankhauser here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Jason Hulett on the camera again for us here on this, as I said, picture-perfect Saturday afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 60s, around 70s degrees. Breeze out of the north, pretty nice breeze out of the north as we watch the as we are set for kickoff. BPC going to kick it away to West Central. The low line drive kick fielded at about the 25. On the return, we're having some camera issues, it looks like.
Tackled by a host of Spartans to be first down.
Having some problems with our video feed freezing up on us. Bear with us here.
Number 3, Brock Beeman on the stop there for once again gain of 0 there. Second down.
What'd you do when you pulled it up before? When it went away and then you brought it back?
Well, I lost everything over here, though. There we go. We got our video fixed, and going to be a 3rd and 15 for the West Central Heat. Bear with us here. We've had some problems with our scoreboard today, so Don't know that we'll get that back up and running. We'll try throughout the contest. They're 3rd and 15 for the Heat. Ball at their own 35-yard line. And we're going to get a flag and going to get a false start on West Central, I believe, is going to be the call. Nope, offsides on BPC going to be the call. So that's going to move it from 3rd and 15 to 3rd and 10.
There's a penalty on the Spartans. We're making it 3rd and 10.
Just underway, 10:36 to go here on the opening quarter. No score. Quarterback for West Central is a young man we saw last year, is now a senior, Gage Stimson. Single setback. They're going to hand off to that back. That's number 8, Graham Kelly, big freshman. He's going to come up about 7 or 8 yards short, a gain of 2 on the play. And that's going to set up a 4th and 8 for West Central. The ball just out beyond their own 40-yard line at their own 42. So we near the 10-minute mark here in the opening quarter. So number 34 into punt, Kyle Lafferty, should say. Huffman back deep for BPC. Going to be a high end-over-end kick. Going to hit it about the 27-yard line. Fielded by Huffman back at the 20. Across the 25. 30 is going to cut to the near side. 35. Tiptoes around. Going to cut it back. Got a nice block. He's going to get it across the 40. 45. Still on his feet across midfield into West Central territory at the 46-yard line. Nice return for Lane Huffman. About 33 yards on the punt return there for BPC, and they're going to have it 1st and 10 from the Heat. 47-yard line, it looks like. Talon Love, the senior, going to be at the quarterback helm again for BPC today. 9:30 to play, opening quarter, no score. It's going to go under center. Beekman and Huffman in the backfield behind number 10, Talon Love. It's going to be a fake to Beekman, handoff to Huffman. He's going to bounce it around to the outside, and maybe about a yard or so on the play. So it's 2nd and 9 for BPC. 9:15 to play. Ball now at the 46-yard line of West Central. Again, come out in the same set. Beekman and Huffman behind Love. 2nd and 9. Some confusion in the backfield. Love's going to end up having to break free from the handoff as there was confusion there in the backfield with Huffman and Beekman. And Love's going to run it across the 45 down to about the 44. We'll call it a gain of a couple on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for BPC. 8.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Again, having some issues with our scoreboard here today. We'll try and see if we can get that running. If not, we'll just keep you updated old school way with update scores frequently through the contest. 3rd down, Love's going to look to throw. He's got a man open just out of the extended hand of number 4, Xander Jones. And that's going to stop the clock at 8:05 to play. 4th and 8 for BPC. Ball just on the north side or left side of the 45-yard line. BPC going to send Beekman out to the far side. Lead back now, number 44 for BPC, Ethan Pierce. Lane Huffman behind. Going to be a fake handoff. Love's got all sorts of time. He's got a man open. Ball is underthrown, and it is caught and broken up. Good adjustment by Beekman. Number 34 in the coverage, Kyle Lafferty. Looked like a little bit of early contact there, maybe on West Central, but no flag, so a turnover on down, both squads. First offensive possession resulted in 3 and out. And West Central's going to start with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 44, 7:57 to play here in this opening quarter. And the quarterback for West Central, number 4, Gage Stimpson. Single back set behind Stimpson. Be a quarterback. I don't know if that was supposed to be a keeper or what, but Ethan Pierce in the backfield, going to be a loss of a yard on the play for Stimpson. 2nd and 11 now for the Heat. Timeout on the field for a water break. 7:30 to play here in the first quarter.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the 2nd year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior.
Welcome back here on a TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. 7:30 to play in our contest here in the opening quarter. No score, 2nd and 11 for West Central. Ball at their own 43-yard line. So far, neither team really able to get much offensively going. There's a loss of 1 on the play before the timeout by Gage Stimpson. Gonna fake the handoff, quarterback keeper. He's gonna get around the far side, and he's got some room. He's into Spartan territory. He's gonna be knocked out of bounds by Xander Jones all the way down to the BPC 35-yard line.
Gage Stimpson on the keeper for a large gain.
Gain of 22 on the play.
That'll be 1st down Heat.
And the clock stops at 7:22 to play here in the opening quarter with Stimpson running out of bounds. First down for West Central in the contest. Single setback is number 8, Graham Kelly behind Stimpson, and we got some movement up front, and we're going to get another offside penalty on BPC, and that's going to make it now a 1st and 5. That's going to move the ball to the BPC 30-yard line.
1st and 5, ball on the 30.
Number 6, Parker Guppy checking out for BPC. Stimpson's going to fake the handoff to Kelly, and now number 17 with the football, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down, pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by number 1 Lane Upton. That'll be 1st down Heat.
That's McGraw on the carry, his first carry of the contest. And it's going to be a gain of 8 and another Heat 1st down. $7:15 to play, no score here on this opening quarter. Stimpson under center. Going to hand off to Kelly. Bouncing around, a nice job by Lane Huppman and 44 Ethan Pierce.
Number 8, Graham Kelly on the carry.
On the stop, going to be no gain.
2nd down.
So we'll call it 2nd and 10. Clock under 7 to play, 6:55 to go here in the opening quarter. No score thus far. Number 7, Gary Hughes, going to check into the ball game for BPC. As number 4, Xander Jones, going to check out. Ball at the 23-yard line for BPC for West Central. Kelly the lone setback, gonna hand it off to Kelly, and again, there's Pierce. Not much
Number 44, Ethan Pierce
there
stop.
on that
Third
carry
down
for
and 9.
Kelly. Called a gain of 1. Third down and 8 for West Central. Ball at the BPC 21-yard line, 6:10 to play here in the first quarter. Again, having some issues with our scoreboard again. So 3rd and 8 for West Central. Heat with a couple of first downs on this set of downs, on this drive for Coach Kirby and West Central. That's going to be a handoff to Coach Graham Kelly again, and 69 on the stop, William Anderson. That's going to be a short gain, maybe a yard. 4th and 8, we're going to say no gain. Maybe we'll give him a gain of 1 on the play, so 4th and about 6. Clock down to 5:10 to play here, opening quarter. Big stand here, hopefully for BPC, if you're a Spartan fan. And some confusion, it looks like, for West Central getting things lined up. Kelly is the lone setback behind Stimson. And Coach Kirby going to take a timeout with 4:52 to play here in the first quarter. We are going to step aside as well. And we will be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here at BPC High School, a big 4th down, 4th and 6 for West Central. The ball at the Spartan 18-yard line, 4:52 to play, no score. Stimson's going to look to hand it off, and does, and they're going to have a first down, a little reverse handoff to number 81, Cody Wade on the carry. He's going to take it from the 18 inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal, West Central, at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 12 on the play for Wade and West Central. .430 to go, opening quarter. Again, 1st and goal for West Central. The ball at there, the Spartans 6. No score. Single back set, that is Kelly. Going to hand it off to McGraw, and he's going to fight his way. The one official on the far side signaled touchdown, but he was not in the end zone. I don't think he got there. They're moving the, going to say,
Second down, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from about the clock still continuing to tick down. It looks like gain of 4. 2nd and goal from the 2. Going to hand it off to Kelly. Graham Kelly into the end zone, touchdown, West Central. 3:30 to play here in the opening quarter. That touchdown puts West Central on top, 6-0. Gonna line up, single back is Kelly behind Stimson. Wing back McGraw on the far side. And the two-point conversion, I got one official on the far side signaled no, and the referee signaled yes. And now they are going to say touchdown. The two-point conversion is good. Graham Kelly on the touchdown run or two-point conversion run.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, 8-0 lead for the visiting West Central Heat. Graham Kelly on a 2-yard touchdown run for the freshman, and his run for 2 was good. 8-0, 3:30 to play. Huffman and Beekman back deep for BPC. Ball falls off the tee. Jeremy Ford, number 52, to kick it away for the Heat.
Lane knocks over the ball. You'll have a reset. Back to return number 1, Lane Huffman, number 3, Brock Beaton for Spartans.
High end over end kick going to be fielded by Huffman through his hands at about the 22. He's going to bring it to the near side, cuts it back towards the middle. Still on his feet, and he's going to get it out to the BPC 45-yard line. Just a couple guys back for West Central, and they're going to bring him down at the Spartan 45-yard line. That's where BPC will start first and 10. 3:19 to play here in the opening quarter, trailing 8-0. Mark it actually back at the 44 BPC, first and 10. Love under center. Beekman and Huffman in the backfield, going to hand it off to Beekman in the near side. Huffman going to be the lead blocker, and there's a flag way behind the play. Beekman's going to get it down into Heat territory at the 40-yard line, but I'm guessing that may be in a hold possession spot on the field where that is going to be an offensive hold. They're timed over to the Heat. Be the third penalty on BPC in this opening quarter. It's a 10-yard mark off from the spot. So it's going to be a first and 19 for BPC.
Now the holding call on the Spartans. First and 20.
First and, call it 20, back to the BPC 34. Negates a first down run by Brock Beekman. They're going to hand off to Huffman on first and long. And he's going to get it up across the 40 to about the 41, 42-yard line. A gain of, gain of 6 for Lane Huffman.
5 or 6 on the play. Second down.
Second and 13, down to 2:35 to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0 lead for West Central. Love's going to look to throw. Pocket breaks down. He's going to take off with it across the 45, 50. He's got a first down and more as he's going to run out of bounds into West Central territory at the 43.
That will be a 1st and 10 Spartans.
14 yards on the carry for Talon Love, and the first down of the contest for BPC. It's going to stop the clock with 2:15 to play. 1st and 10 BPC from the Heat 43-yard line. Hand off to Huffman, far side. He's going to stutter step, still on his feet. He's going to be, I think, close to another first down for BPC. Going to come up just a yard or two short. Slow getting up on the far side. Gage Stimpson for West Central is up on his feet. Up for another first down, Lane Huffman.
Lane Huffman, the outside, is up for a Spartans first down. Sorry. 2nd and 1.
I'm going to say just short of the first down, so 2nd and 1. Gain of 9. Clock stopped at 2:07 to play this opening quarter. I sent 2 receivers to the near side, Beekman and Jones. Huffman, the lone setback. It's going to be Huffman tiptoeing around, breaks out of 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, still on his feet. He's got the first down.
First down, Spartans.
Down to the West Central 25-yard line, a gain of 8. Going to send Jones in motion. Going to hand off to Huffman. He's around the far near side. He's going to be down inside the 15. Called a gain of.
Number 1, Lane Huffman on the carry for a first down, Spartans.
Be down to the 14, so enough for a first down. And we're under a minute to play, 48 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. 8-0 lead for West Central. Going to send Beekman to the near side. Pierce and Huffman behind Love in the backfield for BPC. And it's going to be Huffman right behind Pierce. And he's going to get it up near the 10-yard line. Called a gain of 5.
Gain of 5 by number 1, Lane Huffman, to bring up 2nd down.
Down to 20 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. I think BPC is going to take us another snap. Here's the clock down to 13 now. And that will do it after 1 quarter of play. It is an 8-0 lead for West Central. We will be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like they're needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Chris Frankhauser here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School as we're getting ready for second quarter action to get underway. It'll be a 2nd and 5 for BPC. The ball at the West Central 10-yard line. 8-0 lead in favor of West Central here as we get ready to start the second quarter. BPC going to send Beekman out near side. Pierce and Huffman in the backfield behind Love. And a handoff to Huffman and tried to cut it back, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss of a couple. Number 8, Graham Kelly on the stop.
Lane Huffman on the carry. Bring up 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd and about 7, it looks like, for BPC. 11:30 to play here in the opening half. And Beekman split to the near side. Pierce the lead back, and Huffman a halfback behind Tal Love. Going to fake the handoff to Pierce. It's going to be Beekman again, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Number 81 coming in from the backside, Cody Wade on the stop. And BPC is going to go for it here inside the 10. Called a gain of maybe a yard on the play. BPC can get a first down without getting in the end zone. 2 receivers near side, Jones and Beekman. Love's going to look to throw. Rolls out. He's got a man open. Caught, touchdown, BPC. Brock Beekman.
Number 3, Brock Beekman. That is a Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans touchdown.
Love to Beekman. 10:33 to play here in the second quarter. On the 10-yard pitch and catch. 8-6 West Central with the lead. BPC going to line up for the 2-point conversion. Going to split Beekman out near side again. I set Pierce and Huffman behind Love. Going to be a handoff lead back. That's Pierce. And he gets stood up by the entire defensive line of West Central. So the run no good. 8-6 the score. West Central on top by 2. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a moment.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here at BPC High School, kick on the way. It's going to be a low bouncing kick fielded at about the 27-yard line. And busting through, and he's going to take it all the way. I believe that will be McGraw. Alex McGraw, touchdown, West Central. Be about a 70-plus yard return there. So West Central answering right back. Making it a 14-6 lead now for West Central. 10:22 to play here in the opening half. Going to line it up for the 2-point conversion. Stimson under center. Lone setback is Kelly. And it's going to be a handoff to number 81. Cody Wade on the run, far side, and it's going to come up short. So with 10:22 to play, it's an 8-point West Central lead, 14-6. We will be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here at BPC, 14-6 lead for West Central. Beekman and Huffman back deep for BPC.
Number 1 Lane Huffman, number 3 Brock Beekman back for the return.
52, Jeremy Ford to tee it up and kick it away for West Central. 14-6 again, our score.
Kickoff for the Heat.
Heat on top by 8, 10:22 to play here in the opening half. The approach is going to be a spinning kick, going to be fielded by one of the upmen, number 2, Jonathan Harrell. And he's going to stay on his feet and get it out across the 40 to about the 41, 42 yard line. And that's where the Spartans will start here down 8, 10-16 to play here in the first half. Some confusion on whose football, which football should be on the field. Now they've got that set up and straightened out. BPC going to go first to 10. Huffman and Beekman behind Love. Fake the handoff. Love's going to get some pressure, rolls out the left-hander in and out of the hands of number 34, Kyle Layferry. Senior defensive back for the Heat. That'll stop the clock. 10:09 to play. 2nd and 10 for BPC.
By the Heat, bring up 2nd down.
Love 1 of 4 passing thus far for 10 yards and the touchdown to Beekman. $10:09 to play here first half. 14-6 again, the lead for West Central. Split Beekman out. That is, well, it was Beekman. Now they're going to bring him back in the backfield. And BPC going to be forced to burn a timeout here. 10:09 to play. We'll step aside and we'll be back in 30 seconds here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Here's Frank Hazard here with you on this Saturday afternoon. So going on our TSSR Game Time Live YouTube channel today. Got the defending state champion Amboy Clippers taking on West Prairie Southeastern. And it's a 26-6 lead for Amboy in the second quarter. Love's going to hand it off. That is Beekman. He's going to get around the corner on the far side and get it up across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. I'll call it a gain of 5.
Number 3, Brock Beekman on the carry for about a gain of 5.
And looks like West Prairie Southeastern just scored, making it a 26-12 lead. That also in the second quarter over in Scioto. Clock down to 9:29 to play here in the first half. Love's going to look to throw. He's got a man open. Got 2 men open, and it's going to be tipped away at the last second. Nice job defensively to number 17, Alex McGraw. Young man with the kickoff return just tips that one away, and that'll stop the clock at 9:17 to play and put BPC at a 4th and 5 from their own 45-yard line, down 8, 14-6. Fourth and a long 5 for BPC. Beekman and Huffman behind Love. Fake the handoff. Looking downfield. He's got a man open. He's going to throw it downfield and going to be well out of the reach of number 4, Xander Jones. So the Heat will take over 1st and 10 from the BPC 45-yard line. Up by 8, 14-6. So 1st and 10, West Central. Ball at the, actually 46-yard line, we'll call it. Some scores from college football this afternoon. Texas on top of Michigan, 31-6. That one late third quarter. Penn State in a tight one in the fourth, up 3 over Bowling Green, 27-24. Handoff going to go to Kelly, and he's going to pick up a nice 4 to 5 yards on 1st down. And we've got a Heat player shaken up.
Number 8, Graham Kelly on the carry.
8:57 to play here in the first half. We're going to step aside with the injury timeout, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live in just a moment.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
4.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It'll be second and about 6, gain of 4 on the play for Graham Kelly. Fake the handoff to Kelly, and it's going to be McGraw, and he's got enough for a first down. He's going to be knocked out of bounds on the far side at about the 30-yard line. Called a gain of 12. And a first down, Talent Love knocking him out on the far side. 1st and 10, West Central at the BPC 27-yard line, 28-yard line. Stimson under center. And a handoff on the end run by number 34, Kyle Leffery. He's going to pick up.
Number 34, Kyle Leffery on the carry.
He'll pick up a nice 4 to 5 yards on the run.
That'll bring up second down.
Called a gain of 5, so 2nd and 5 for West Central. Ball at the BPC 23-yard line, 8:20 to play. Here in the opening quarters, we see number 8, Graham Kelly, back in for West Central. Fake the handoff. McGraw going to get it on the end run from the near side. Be wrapped up on the play by number 6, I believe, Parker Guppy on the stop.
Push will stop on play by number 1, Lane Huffman, and number 6, Parker Guppy.
Lane Huffman also in on the stop. I'm going to say no gain for Wade. 3rd and 5.
Stop, that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Ball at the BPC 23, West Central on top, 14-6, 7:30 to play here in the opening half. Stimson going to hand off to Kelly. He's going to bounce around. A good job by the BPC defense. Kelly trying to find some room behind the offensive line and not finding much there. Ethan Pierce and a bunch, pretty much the entire defensive line for BPC on the stop. Going to be no gain, 4th and 5 for West Central. Clock down to 7 to play, 6:50 to play here in the first half. 14-6 lead for West Central. Kelly the lone setback. And Coach Curry going to take his second time out of the half with 6:31 to play here in the first half. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. A big 4th down for West Central. 4th and 5 at the Spartan 23-yard line, up by 8, 14-6. Going to fake the handoff. Going to be an end-round run, and he's going to I don't know, Lane Huffman on the stop, but I think he may be short of the first down. A gain of about 4 on the play for Cody Wade.
He is stopped short of the
And he is stopped short of the first down marker. So the Spartans going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 23 down, 8, 6:26 to play here in this opening half. Well, under center, Beekman and Huffman, your setback's going to be hand off to Huffman. Going to come near side. He's got some room now. Penalty flag down. Huffman's going to go all the way. I believe he will, but penalty flag back in the backfield. They're going to get a hold on BPC. Going to negate the touchdown. They're going to get Will Anderson, number 69, on the penalty. 4th penalty on BPC here in the opening half. West Central yet to be flagged in the contest. That's going to negate about an 81-yard touchdown run.
The call was holding on the Spartans, which will negate the touchdown.
Coming up at halftime, I'll have a brief chat with Coach Jet Borders from BPC. Have some halftime stats and interviews and some scoring updates from this one at the half. 6:11 to play here in the first half. Now a 1st and 20 for BPC back at the Spartan 10-yard line. Costly penalty there negates a 81-yard touchdown run by Lane Huffman. Beekman and Huffman again behind Love. Fake the handoff. It's going to go to Beekman. And Beekman, he's got it out across the 20, so he got the penalty yardage back, maybe a yard or two beyond that. Gain of 11. Second and, we'll call it 2nd and 9. 5:50 to play here in the first half. Going to hand off to Huffman, going to come this way, trying to get around the corner. Is going to be brought down for a loss of a couple on the play. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 for BPC. The clock down to 5:15 to play here in the first half.
That's to bring up 3rd down.
Send Beekman out to the near side. Pierce the lead back. I set Huffman the halfback. Huff's going to look to throw. He's got all sorts of room here on the near side. Is he going to get, and he's going to have the first down across the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Down low would be enough for a Bushnell Spartans first down.
15 yards on the run for Talon Love. Going to get out of bounds. Stop the clock with 4:37 to play. 1st and 10 BPC at their own 32-yard line. Beekman and Huffman behind Love. Fake the handoff to Huffman. It's going to be Beekman far side. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet across the 50. He's going to cut it back and brought down at the West Central 40-yard line. 27 yards on the run for Brock Beekman. And a first down for BPC at the West Central 45-yard line. Clock continuing to tick down. 4:13 to play here in the first half. BPC trailing it by 8, 14-6. Beekman, 3 carries, unofficially 43 yards in the contest. And the lone touchdown for BPC on the pass from Talon Love in the early stages of this second quarter. Fake the handoff, going to be Huffman And he's going to get brought down. Late hit on the far number 34. There is a flag on the field. 34 coming in late as Huffman was down. Kyle Layferry, and that's going to be the first penalty on West Central, and that's going to be a big one. Unsportsmanlike conduct late hit. No gain on the carry by Huffman, but going to attack the 15 yards on. That'll be a BPC first down on the penalty. And the clock stopped at 3:33 to play. Going to move it all the way down to the West Central 26-yard line. First and 10 BPC at the Heat 26, going to hand off to Huffman. Huffman's going to go up the middle off the right side across the 25 down to about the 22. We'll call it a gain of 4.
Huffman for a gain of 4 off the right side.
10 carries, 38 yards for Huffman in the contest thus far. Let's see, Ethan Pierce, number 44, checking into the ball game for BPC. Huffman, Beekman behind Love. 2:55 to play here. First half, going to hand off to Beekman's going to cut it back. Still on his feet. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. Brock Beekman, 22 yards. We're back to 2-point contest. 14-12 now. West Central on top, pending the 2-point conversion. 2:46 to play here in the opening half. Second touchdown of the contest for Brock Beekman. First one on the ground. 22-yard run for Brock Beekman. Big 2-point conversion coming up here. Going to go single back. Nope, back to Beekman and Huffman in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Beekman. Spins in. Did he get in? He got in. We're tied at 14. 2:46 to play. First half. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a moment.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at BPC High School, knotted at 14 apiece, 2:46 to play here in the opening half. Brock Beekman, a 22-yard touchdown run, and then Beekman, nice tough run into the end zone for the 2 to tie it up. Approach the kick, going to be a end-over-end kick, going to be fielded at about the 24-yard line. That's by McGraw again, and he's out in open space again. And he's going to take it to the house. 10-5, touchdown. BPC, 2 touchdowns. West Central coming right back on the kickoff. That's a second return for McGraw. And just like that, West Central back in front by 6, 20-14. 2:33 to play. Both touchdowns by BPC immediately answered by touchdown kick returns by McGraw. Alex McGraw with 2 kick returns, and West Central back up the 2-point conversion pending here. Stimson under center, Kelly the lone setback. Gonna hand it off to Kelly, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, pushes the lead back to 8. 22-14, 2:33 to play. Here in the first half, we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice. There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 22-14 lead for West Central. BPC again, 2 touchdowns, but 2 immediate kick returns for touchdowns by Alex McGraw for West Central. And BPC just tied it up at 14. Now West Central back up by 8, 22-14, 2:33 to play. Jeremy Ford, 52, the sophomore, going to tee it up for West Central. Huffman and Beekman back for BPC. For the line drive kick, going to go all the way back to about the 5-yard line. Huffman's got it. He's going to kick it into gear across the 10, 15, 20. Stays on his feet as he was hit from up top. He's still on his feet across the 25. Going to juke out of 1. No, he will not get out of that tackle. Number 35 on the stop, Devin Ronner, and shaken up a little bit. No, 25 on the stop. Kane Bayless. Is the West Central player down. 2:18 to play. We're going to step aside and be back here in just a moment.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. 2:18 to play. BPC down 8, 22-14. Spartan football across the 25, called the 27, BPC, 1st and 10. Beekman and Huffman, your setbacks. Love. And I hand off to Beekman. And Beekman's going to drag the pile. Nice run. He's going to pick up a couple on the play. Stop made by number 51, Caleb Thompson for the Heat. 5 carries, 67 yards for Beekman. 1 receiving and 1 rushing touchdown on the afternoon. Be handoff to Huffman. Trying to cut it back to the middle. Is going to be wrapped up. And we're going to get a flag from the back judge. Beekman was down, and the defender for West Central slapped him in the helmet. And that should be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct mark-off on West Central. Huffman's going to pick up a couple on the play. That'll be enough for a first down for BPC.
That'll bring up a Spartans first down.
Thanks for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. As I said during the start of the contest, you couldn't ask for a better weather day today. Temperatures in the upper 60s, near 70 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. Nice breeze out of the north. So that'll move it out to the Spartan 45-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:32 to play here in the first half. BPC with 2 timeouts remaining. Beekman and Huffman again back in the backfield for BPC. Love under center. BPC going to look to throw. Love's going to roll out to the far side. Left-hander is going to fire downfield. Going to just throw it away. He's got 2 receivers down there. Ethan Pierce was the nearest receiver on the play for BPC. That'll stop the clock at 1:24 to play. 2nd and 10, BPC from their own 45-yard line. Minute 24 to go here, first half. 22-14 lead for West Central. BPC going to send 2 receivers far side. Up in the lone setback. Love's going to look to throw. Going to have some pressure again. He's got a man open. Nope. Going to throw it downfield and going to be incomplete. Xander Jones, the intended receiver, number 4. That'll stop the clock with 1:15 to play. 3rd and 10 for BPC from their own 45. Third and 10 for BPC at their own 45. 1:15 to play here, first half. Love's going to look to throw again. He's got a man open. It's Huffman and just overthrew him. 81 on the coverage. Cody Wade for BPC, and that'll stop the clock with 1:08 to play. And we're going to see a punt out at BPC, it looks like. Now Love back at his own 33-yard line. Good snap. Kick going to hit at the 31-yard line and spin out of bounds up to about the 32 of West Central. Central have it up 8, 59.8 seconds to eat with 1 timeout remaining. Halftime score from Scioto Amboy on top of West Central, or West Prairie Southeastern. 26-14 the score. Amboy on top at the half. 26-14 over West Prairie Southeastern. Thanks to Shelby Burgett for passing that score along. Appreciate it. So West Central will have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Again, 1 timeout for West Central, up by 8, 22-14. Kelly, the lone setback, your wingbacks McGraw and Wade. Going to hand off to Kelly. And he's going to carry some Spartans across the first down marker. He's going to gain about 12 on the play.
Carried by number 8.
And clock going to stop long enough to get the chains set.
First down.
And clock rolling now, 48 seconds to play. 1st and 10 West Central from their own 43. And BPC, and that was Ethan Pierce on the near side, going to jump offside. So it'll make it a 1st and 5. Clock stopped, 38.4 seconds to play. 5 penalties for BPC in the first half for 35 yards. Central with 2 for 30.
We'll bring up 1st and 5.
And another first down carry. That's going to be number 17, Alex McGraw.
Number 17, Alex McGraw on the carry.
Yep, I'm going to say a gain of 4 on the play. So a 2nd and 1. And around to number 34 on the carry. He's going to have the first down and more. Going to get out of bounds inside the BPC 40 at about the 37. Kyle Layferry on the run.
Kyle Layferry on the end around. Enough for a first down.
And that stops the clock with 0.2 of a second left. Can't see the 10th digit there because of the goal post at the south end of the field. Again, coming up at halftime, I'll have a halftime interview, some updated stats, try and get some score updates from college football to you as well. Final play of the first half. Stimson's going to look to throw. He's got a man open, and it's knocked away. Talon Love knocking it away, and that's how we're going to end the first half of play, 22-14. Coach Borders up here for a quick chat. We'll get you a headset and turned up. And Coach, pretty close first half other than the 2 big kickoff returns by McGraw.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the kids at halftime, do I just need to walk down the other locker room and just say, hey, you guys win, because we're doing everything we can to hand them this game. Stupid penalties, 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. You take away that, we're winning 14-8 because our defense is actually stopping them. Our defense is playing very well. Our special teams and stupid penalties are just killing us. 2 big holding calls that have called back a touchdown and another big run. It's just we're doing everything we can to lose this game this first half.
Well, and like I said, this outside of those 2 kick returns, there's not been really much for West Central. You got the defense, as you said, has really stepped up and played well.
Yeah, the defense has stepped up. Brock is running the ball like an animal. We know they're going to key on lane. We know every single team is going to key on lane. Brock's taking advantage of that today. We're doing some really good things on the offensive side of the ball. Unfortunately, we put ourselves behind the 8 ball when we start making stupid penalties.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we'll let you get back down with the guys and hopefully get a good second half out of the Spartans here. Coach Borders joining us here on the halftime portion of the contest. We're going to step aside for our halftime interview, and we'll be back with some first half stats in just a moment.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the 2nd year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just
Find the right cycle.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan, I think, supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that,
okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 22-14 here at the half. Still trying to get our scoreboard to work here for you. .420 on the halftime clock. Some score updates or scoring summary here from Bushnell-Prairie City High School. 22-14 at the break. West Central on top, 22-14 here at halftime. Running down some unofficial stats here in the first half. Got Gage Stimson for West Central, 2 carries for 21 yards. Graham Kelly, 8 carries for 22. Alex McGraw, 4 carries for 28. Cody Wade, 3 carries for 16. And Kyle Leafery, 2 carries for 16 yards. For BPC, Lane Huffman, 11 carries for 40 yards. Brock Beekman, 5 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. And Talon Love, 3 carries for 32. Love, 1 of 8 passing, 10 yards with 1 touchdown. Our scoring summary had Graham Kelly taking it in for West Central at 3:30 to play here in the opening half on a 2-yard touchdown run. Kelly's run for 2 was good, 8-0 in favor of West Central. That was the score at the end of the opening quarter. About a minute and a half into quarter number 2. Talon Love on a 10-yard touchdown pass to Brock Beekman. The Pierce run for 2 failed, and it was a 8-6 lead for West Central at that point. The first of 2 kick returns by number 17, Alex McGraw. So BPC scores, opening the following kickoff. McGraw, 70-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. Run failed, 14-6 in favor of West Central. 2:46 to play in the opening half. Beekman on a 22-yard touchdown run for BPC.
Amboy currently up 26-14 over West Prairie.
Beekman run for 2, tied it at 14, but it didn't stay that long way for very long as McGraw, his second return of the opening half, a 73-yard kick return. Kelly ran it in at that point, 22-14 at the halftime break.
You'll pass from the poster down there, along with some old Prairie Glen Conference banners.
And running down checking some of the scores from college football.
At halftime of the high school basketball game.
Georgia Tech trailing Syracuse 31-28. That one late fourth quarter. Texas all over Michigan 31-6. 2 minutes remaining in that one in the fourth. Oklahoma State and Arkansas tied at 28. Kansas State and Tulane in a good ball game. 7-point lead for the Wildcats. 6:40 to play in the fourth quarter in that one. Penn State hangs on to beat Bowling Green. That's a final 34-27. Georgia 24, Tennessee Tech nothing. That almost at the half. Coming up later today, Iowa and Iowa State. Louisville hosting Jacksonville State. Baylor at Utah. And number 5 Notre Dame hosting Northern Illinois. Other games in the top 25. Ole Miss hosting Middle Tennessee later this afternoon. Tonight, Illinois hosting number 19 Kansas. Missouri hosting Buffalo. That a 6 o'clock kickoff. Alabama hosting South Florida. Should be a good one. Talk a couple of ranked teams. Number 14 Tennessee playing number 24 North Carolina State tonight. Ohio State hosting Western Michigan. Oklahoma hosting Houston. And Clemson hosting Appalachian State. Oregon at home out on the West Coast against Boise State, as well as USC hosting Utah State. Again, 22-14 here at the break. We're going to step aside for some commercials and come back with second half action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School as we're just about set for third quarter action. West Central on top 22-14. Still fiddling around with our scoreboard here, trying to see if we can get that to work. (22-14) again here at the break.
Update on the West Prairie score. Amboy 34, West Prairie 14.
34-14, Amboy on top of West Prairie Southeastern. As we're just about set here for third quarter action. We'll step aside for a second. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 22-14. West Central on top here at halftime. As we're just about set for third quarter action, both squads out. BBC coming to the sideline on the near side, West Central on the far side. West Central 2, kick it away to BPC. West Central out on the north end of the field here at Bushnell. As here come the Spartans out. Huffman and Beekman will be your deep men. Some of those up men, we don't usually get a lot of their names. See Dylan King on the far side, number 7, Gary Hughes up front. Parker Guppy, number 6, and number 20, Mark Schmidt, the front four on the kick team for BPC. Braylon Griffiths and Jonathan Harold, your middlemen, and Beekman and Huffman back deep. They're approached by four to the line drive kick, going to be fielded by Huffman at the 20-yard line, across the 25, 30. Going to cut it back 35, still on his seat, and he'll get it up across the 40-yard line. For BPC, it'll be 1st and 10 Spartans at the 41-yard line, number 34 on the stop for West Central Kyle Layferry. 1st and 10 BPC, down 8, 22-14, just underway here third quarter, 11:52 to play. Huffman and Beekman, your setbacks behind Love. Going to hand off to Beekman. And ball's out. West Central's going to get on it. Number 81 on the recovery, Cody Wade.
Recovered by West Central. First down.
Beekman a gain of a couple, but big hit there by West Central, and Wade's going to get on the loose football. West Central in good field position at the BPC 42-yard line. 1st and 10, up 8, 22-14 here, just underway third quarter. BPC defense played very well in this contest as those two special team breakdowns and some costly penalties. Handoff up the middle to Kelly. Still moving the pile. Late flag coming in. Beekman and a host of blue jerseys there on the stop. Talon Love in there for BPC. Number 2 also Jonathan Harrell. And it's going to be a gain of about a yard for Kelly. If that, no gain.
Appears to be a face mask call on the Spartans. And first down heat.
Coach Bitwater's talking at halftime that costly penalties and the special team breakdown really shooting BPC in the foot, as that's going to be a big mark off, 15 yards all the way down to the Spartan 25. 50 yards in penalties on 6 flags for BPC. First and 10 for West Central, up 8, 22-14. 1st and 10 from BPC 25. A little early motion there. Kelly, the ball carrier, and he's going to go nowhere. Wrapped up around the ankles by Ethan Pierce, number 44 for BPC. And a gain of no yards. 2nd and 10 for West Central at the Spartan 25. Clock nearing the 11-minute, a minute into the play here in the third quarter. It's going to be an end-around run to number 81. Nice open field tackle by Pierce again. Number 81 on the carry, Cody Wade for West Central is going to lose about 3 or 4, almost, we'll call it a loss of 4 back to the 29. 3rd and long for West Central, 3rd and 15. Ball at the Spartan 29-yard line. 10:30 to play here in the third quarter. West Central on top by 8, 22-14. Stimson going to look to throw. He's got a man open, in and out of the hands of number 22, the intended receiver on the play. Beekman on the coverage for BPC. Intended receiver was Peyton Woodbury, a senior tight end. That's going to stop the clock. Incomplete pass, 4th and 15. Ball at the Spartan 29, 10:05 to play here with West Central up by 8, 22-14 in the third quarter. Kelly alone set back. Your wing backs again are Wade and McGraw. And it's going to be an end-around run by number 81, Cody Wade. He's going to get a lot of yardage, but going to come up about 4 or 5 yards short at about the 20-yard line. I called a gain of 9, but not enough for the first down. 1st and 10 BPC. 9:55 to play here in the third quarter.
That stop, and it'll be a turnover and downs. First down, Spartan.
Score update from Scioto. West Prairie Southeastern trailing Amboy 34-14. 1st and 10 here for the Spartans. Single receiver to the far side. Pierce, the lead back. Huffman, your halfback, going to fake the handoff. Going to throw an out pass to number 99 on the catch. Tanner Pierce.
Number 99 on the catch, Tanner Pierce. That'll be enough for us.
It's going to be a first down from the 20 to the 31. Gain of 11. 1st and 10 BPC. High set. Single back, a receiver far side again, going to hand off to Huffman. Huffman is going to pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Short gain by number 1, Lane Huffman. 2nd down.
12 carries and 42 yards for Huffman. 2nd and 8 for BPC. Clock under 9 to play. 8:55 to go third quarter. 22-14 in favor of West Central. I'm going to split Beekman to the far side. I set behind Love, Pierce, and Huffman, your running backs. Going to hand off to the lead back. That's Pierce. And he's got the first down and more out across the 40, near the 43, 44-yard line. Called a gain of 10 and a first down. Pierce's first carry of the contest. That's a first down for BPC. Clock nearing the 8:10 mark to play third quarter. 1st and 10 BPC from their own 43-yard line. Again, same set. Beekman far side I formation behind Love. Pierce the lead back. Hupman your halfback. And it's going to be a handoff to Hupman. He's going to tiptoe across the 45 out to about the 46, 47 yard line. Called a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
3 for number 1, Lane Hupman.
Love shaking up a little bit. Looked like he was shaking up a little bit. It's coming to the sideline, gets the play, comes back in. High set again. Receiver near side is Beekman. Handoff again to Pierce, and he's going to get out close to the 50-yard line and gain of another 3.
Carried by number 44, Ethan Pierce, will bring up 3rd down.
.6:45 to play, 3rd quarter, 22-14 lead for West Central. 3rd and 4 for BPC from their own 49-yard line. Again, I set Beekman, the receiver far side, Pierce, and up and behind Love in the backfield. Going to fake the hand pass. Love's going to go down and fumble the football. And on the football for West Central, number 2, Cooper Gibb, a sophomore.
First down, Heat.
And let's see if the BPC defense can hold here, as we've had 2 turnovers by BPC in this first 2 series of the second half. And BPC on the first one able to keep West Central out of the end zone. .6:27 to play. Third quarter. Heat on top, 22-14. Handoff, going to go to McGraw, and he's got a lot of room. 10-5, touchdown, West Central.
Number 17, Alex McGraw.
Alex McGraw's 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Got by at 6:18 to play. And again, a turnover there costly for BPC as McGraw takes it 37 yards for the touchdown. That'll make it 28-14. Two-point conversion try. Going to be a counter to end run this side, and into the end zone for the 2 is number 81, Cody Wade.
That'll bring us for West Central 30, BPC Spartans 14.
30-14 in favor of West Central. We'll be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MD.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who...
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 30-14 in favor of West Central. Costly turnover by BPC leads to a touchdown on the first play for West Central. 30-14, 6:18 to play here, third quarter. 52, Jeremy Ford to tee it up again for West Central. It's going to be a little squib kick, going to be fielded by Huffman at about the 27, gets it across the 35. And we'll keep the legs driving, gets it across the 40 to about the 42. Host of jerseys down there for West Central, number 75, Brayton T, amongst others, on the stop for West Central. First and 10 BPC from their own 42 down, 30-14 here in the third quarter, 6:10 to play in the third. A big run by Huffman across the 40. He's going to cut it back. He's going to take it to the house. BPC answering back 10-5. Touchdown BPC, 58 yards. Lane Huffman for the touchdown. "58-yard run for Lane Huffman. 5:56 to play third quarter. BPC trying to get it back to within a one-score contest with the two-point conversion here, down 30-20 right now. High set receiver, Beekman to the near side, going to hand off to Pierce up the middle. He's in. Well, they're going to call him short. So the run fails.
Just stopped short of the goal. As they give you a score, West Central Heat 30, BPC Spartans.
So that makes it a 10-point game in favor of West Central. 30-20. We'll be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Scoring fest here in the early stages of the third quarter. 2 touchdowns, one by each squad. A 10-point lead for West Central, 30-20. Parker Guppy, number 6, going to tee it up for BPC. Back deep for West Central. Aiden Gardner and Alex McGraw. And I really hope BPC does not kick the ball to McGraw, as he already has 2 kick return touchdowns in this contest for West Central. Approach. Be a high end-over-end kick going to be fielded at the 35-yard line, as he's going to take a knee, number 22 with the catch. Peyton Woodbury. That's where the Heat will start first and 10 from their own 35. Get a 10-point lead, 5:55 to play third quarter, 30-20 in favor of West Central. faking the handoff. Going to be McGraw. And McGraw breaking in. Flag coming in from the backfield. I would guess that's going to be a holding penalty on West Central. McGraw going to gain almost 9, almost 10 yards. And it is going to come back, a holding penalty on West Central. Third penalty of the contest for West Central for 40 yards. And that mark-off will move it back to the 30-yard line. Spot foul on the hold, so that will be a 1st and 15. And ball back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 15 for West Central. Stimson under center. Single back is Kelly. Gonna counter end run to McGraw again. This time he's gonna be flipped over, I should say, at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 5. Ethan Pierce.
Lane Huffman, number 10. Cal 11, number 44. Ethan Pierce on the stop there. On the carry, number 17, Alex McGraw.
Carl with 5, 2nd and 10. Clock under 5:20 to play in the contest in the third quarter, I should say. 30-20 in favor of West Central. McGraw, your wing back on the far side. Kelly, the lone setback behind Stimson. Going to be an end run to number 81, Wade. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds on the far side. Parker Guppy, number 6 on the stop. Wade's going to pick up about 6 or 7 on the play.
Stop by number 6, Parker Guppy.
Going to set up a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 for West Central. .4:55 to play, third quarter. Going to be an end around run again. That's going to be a 1st down and more. Number 84 on the carry.
Number 34.
Or 34, should say Kyle Layferry. He's got it up for a West Central 1st down. And it's going to get into BPC territory at the Spartan 48. 10-point lead again for the Heat, 30-20. 4:42 to play here in the third quarter. First and 10 for West Central. And we're going to get a legal motion, false start penalty. Kelly from the running back spot jumping too soon. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15. 4th penalty on the Heat for 45 yards on the afternoon.
5-yard penalty would be 1st down.
That'll move the ball back into West Central territory at their own 47-yard line. And we're going to get a false start again on West Central.
Another false start on West Central. Repeat 1st down.
We got a Spartan player down. Braxton Kemp, number 60. So 5-yard mark off. 1st and 20 now for West Central. Hand off to Wade. And he's into the secondary again. And he's got a good chunk of yardage back. He's going to get it into BPC territory at the 44.
17, Alex McGraw brought down by number 2, Donovan Harrell.
It's got set up a second. And they're going to mark it at the 45, so 2nd and 7. .46 yards on 6 carries for McGraw. Handoff going to go to Kelly, and he's going to get close to first down. The ball comes out. Officials blow it dead. Kelly's going to be a couple yards short, it looks like, of the first down marker.
Number 8, Graham Kelly on the carry. Just short of the first down. Third down.
3rd and 2 for West Central, the BPC 40. 3:26 to play here, 3rd quarter, with West Central on top by 10, 30-20. Hand off to McGraw, and BPC is going to hold it, a loss of a couple on the play. Pierce and Xander Jones, number 44 and number 4 for BPC on the stop. Going to push it back a yard or two and make it 4th, and we'll call it a short 4.
It'll bring up 4th down.
2:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. See if the BPC defense can get a stop here, down 10, 30-20. As we're nearing the late stages of this 3rd quarter. And West Central going to draw BPC offsides, and that will be enough for a first down. Seven penalties now for 77 yards, or 55 yards for BPC.
First down for the Heat.
So that'll be a new set of downs for West Central. 1st and 10 at the BPC 36. Clock at 2:10 to play here, 3rd quarter. 10-point lead for West Central, 30-20. Fake the handoff to Kelly. It's going to be McGraw again. And good job by the BPC defense. Only a gain of a couple, maybe at best, for McGraw. Give him a gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
Carry stop by number 4, Xander Jones. Will bring up 2nd down.
Clock under 2 to play. 1:35 and counting here, 3rd quarter. Lone set back behind Stimson is Kelly. Wing back to the near side, McGraw. Going to hand off to Wade. And a good job. Lane Huffman coming in for the stop. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9 now.
Stop by number 1, Lane Huffman, number 4, Xander Jones.
Also Xander Jones on the stop. So 3rd and long for West Central as we're under a minute to play here, 3rd quarter. 30-20 in favor of West Central. McGraw, your wing back to the near side. Kelly set back. That's Kelly, and he's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage by Talon Love, and Love shaken up on the play. Maybe a cramp or something in the knee.
Number 8, Graham Kelly stopped on the play by number 10, Talon Love. Officials timeout.
Twenty 25.7 seconds to play here, 3rd quarter. 30-20 in favor of West Central. Injury timeout here is working on, I think, a cramp issue, trying to stretch something out in the leg, right leg of Talon Love. Again, 30-20 here as we near the end of the third quarter. That maybe got it stretched out and getting a little bit of help to come off the field. (58-14) now. Amboy on top of West Prairie Southeastern. That one in the fourth. Law coming to the near sideline on his own power. Let's see if they can get that stretched out and get him back into this contest. Talon Love. So big fourth down for the BPC defense. 4th and 9. Ball at the Spartan 34-yard line. Clock down to 15 seconds to play third quarter. Stimson going to look to throw. He's got a man open, in and out of the hands as he beat his man defender, Xander Jones. The intended receiver was McGraw. And BPC dodges one there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
First down, Spartans.
With 9.5 to play here in the third quarter. Parker Guppy anticipated to go in at quarterback as they're still working on that right leg of Talon Love. The BPC offense can hang on to the football. They 2 turnovers here in the third quarter. High set, Beekman to the far side, Pierce and Huppman, the running backs behind Guppy. A handoff to Huppman, all sorts of confusion in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4. Number 2 on the stop, Cooper Gibb, and that will end the third quarter of play. West Central on top by 10, 30-20. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live as we head to the fourth quarter with a 10-point West Central lead, 30-20. Be BPC football to start the fourth quarter, 2nd and 13 from their own 31-yard line. Good to see Talon Love. Looks like he's come back into the offensive huddle for BPC. Going to be a handoff to Huffman, number 24 on the stop.
Handoff to number 1, Lane Huffman for
Xander Anderson.
gain of 1, third down.
Gain of a yard. Third and about 13, 14 for BPC. Maybe he lost a yard back to the 30, so third and 14, 11:25 to play here. Fourth quarter, BPC trailing it by 10, 30-20 to West Central. Going to send two receivers near side, Beekman and Jones. Huffman the lone setback. Send Jones in motion. And we're going to get a penalty flag from the delay of game. Penalty on BPC. 60 yards on 8 penalties now for BPC.
Third down.
So third and 19 now. Ball back at the BPC 25-yard line. Let's try the same play. Jones in motion. Going to fake the handoff to Huffman. Love's got some pressure coming, looking downfield. He's going to take off and run with it. And he's going to run out of bounds across the 35 to the 36. Gain of about 9 on the play for Love. It's going to set up a fourth and long. Fourth and about 10 for BPC. The ball at their own 36-yard line. Looks like BPC probably going to line up. They are going to go for it here on 4th and 8 from their own 36, down 10. Clock stopped at 10:49 to play in the contest. Fake the handoff. Love's got all sorts of pressure. A catch incomplete, intended for Beekman.
Number 10, Town Love's pass, just short to number 3.
So the defense has to hold here, down 10, 10:43 to play. First and 10 for West Central at the BPC 36-yard line.
First down, Heat.
First and 10 for West Central. Fumble on the exchange. Stimson able to fall on the football, number 69. William Anderson making sure that doesn't go anywhere. Loss of a yard on the play. Second and 11. Spartans trailing by 10. West Central on top, 30-20, 10 minutes to play. And Wade on the far side is going to false start, move it back 5.
False start on West Central.
6 penalties now in the Heat for 55 yards. Second and 16 now for West Central. Ball back at the BPC 42-yard line. This is the first of 2 matchups with West Central. It'll be a pitch to Wade, or McGraw, I should say, and he's going to be back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or so short. We'll call it a gain of about 6 for Alex McGraw. And due to some last-minute teams dropping out of 8-man, we'll see West Central later in the season at Biggsville. Also 2 contests with the defending state champion Amboy Clippers. That will be a game here 2 weeks from today against Amboy. Next week, the Iron Spike Bowl between West Prairie Southeastern and BPC. That one will take place in Scioto, as we're down to the 9-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and about 11 for West Central. The ball at the BPC 36. Bad exchange again, and Stimson able to fall on again against 69 William Anderson on the stop. So a 4th and long, 4th and 10 now for West Central. Ball at the BPC 36. Spartans trailing it to the Heat 30-20 here. 8:30 to play in the contest. And Coach Kirby going to take a timeout on the far side. 8:06 to play, 4th and 11 for West Central. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 8:06 to play in the contest. Big 4th down for West Central by 10, 30-20, 4th and 11 coming out of the timeout at the BPC 36-yard line. Cyhawk Series contest, Iowa on top of Iowa State. Out 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, 7-0 in favor of the Hawkeyes. Scores from around college football. Northern Illinois on top of Notre Dame early or late first quarter, 10-7. Stimson's going to fire it downfield. Got a man open. Touchdown, West Central, number 22. Catching that one on the fingertips. Peyton Woodbury.
That's good enough for a touchdown.
Looked like it was out of his reach, but Woodbury just stuck the hands up, brought the ball in, and takes it 36 yards for the touchdown, making it 36-20 now in favor of West Central with 8 minutes to play in the contest. Two-point conversion. And we're going to get a timeout, West Central. So we'll step aside again. We'll be back here with the two-point conversion in just a couple of moments here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 8 minutes to play. West Central just tacking on a touchdown pass from Stimson to Woodbury. It makes it a 16-point lead, 36-20, 8 minutes to play in the contest. 2-point conversion pending here for West Central. Stimson going to end around run and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Number 34, Kyle Layferry. That makes it a 18-point lead, 38-20 in favor of West Central. We'll be back here in just a couple moments on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 8 minutes to play in the contest, 38-20 in favor of West Central. 52 to tee it up again. Jeremy Ford for West Central, back deep for BPC, Lane Huffman, and Brock Beekman, number 1 and number 3.
Brock Beekman back for the return. Number 52, Jeremy Ford, to kick.
Yes, line drive squib kick picked up by Beekman. He's got it across the 30, 35, 40, and he's going to somersault down at the 42, 43-yard line. That's where BPC will start down by 18. 7:53 to play. BPC's going to have to get something going here pretty quick as they do trail by 18. Beekman and Huffman, your halfbacks. Going to fake the handoff to Huffman. Love's going to roll the far side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds after a gain of a couple on the play. Run out of bounds by number 81, Cody Wade. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 7:47 to play. Second and 8 for BPC at their own 44-yard line. 38-20 again, favor of West Central. Gonna look to throw again. Love's got a man open, wide open. He overthrew Huffman by about 10 yards, but Huffman had about 10 to 15 yards on the defender, number 2, Cooper Gibb. And that'll stop the clock again with 7:39 to play. 3rd and 7 for BPC. That's a couple of times we've seen in the contest where Love just too much air under the football. He's going to have to get this one out quick. They do. Love's going to look to go downfield. Got a man open off the hands of number 99, Ethan Pierce. The pass defended by number 4, Gage Stimson. 4th and 7 for BPC. 7:33 to play here in the contest. Timeout taken by BPC, 4th and 7. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MD.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was...
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
4th and 7 for BPC from their own 44. 2 receivers in the near side. Huffman the lone setback. And we're going to get a false start on BPC.
That penalty is on BPC. It's going to push them back for this 4th down attempt.
4th and 12 now for BPC, back at their own 39. Spartans need to get to the West Central 48 for a first down. Two receivers near side. Full force blitz. Love breaks out of one tackle. He's not going to get out of that. There's a penalty flag on the tackle. Number 17 in for the stop, Alex McGraw, but there's going to be a penalty flag. Face mask on West Central. Love shaking up again on the play. He's going to get up with some help from a couple of his teammates. Now another flag. Intentional grounding. So offset penalties, as it was a face mask penalty on West Central, intentional grounding on BPC. So we'll replay the 4th down, 4th and 12 from the BPC 39.
First one, face mask on the defense. Second one, intentional grounding on the offense. Those fouls were offset. Replay 4th down.
$7:19 to play, 38 to 20 lead for West Central. Love under center, going to fake the handoff to Huppman. Going to roll near far side. He's got a man open, and it's caught for the first down. Nope, did not hang on to it. Had it, came down and lost the football.
Pass to number 10, Tal Love, to number 5,
Braylon Griffiths, the intended receiver.
On the reception. That'll bring up a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs to West Central. You see defense needs to stand tall here. 7:09 to play. 1st and 10 West Central from the Spartan 39-yard line. Be a handoff to number 81.
Number 81, Cody Wade.
Cody Wade.
Brought down by number 2, Jonathan Harrell. That'll bring up second.
Jonathan Harrell on the stop. Gain of about 5 for Wade. 2nd and 5 for West Central. Clock and the scoreboard in their favor. 6:50 to play. Up 38-20 over BPC. And off to McGraw. And he's going to have enough for a first down to the Spartan 25. Ethan Pierce on the stop.
College game to note right now, Northern Illinois over Notre Dame, 13-7 in the second. Iowa up 7-0 on Iowa State in the second as well.
1st and 10, clock down to 5:40 to play. Handoff number 34, Layferry, and he's going to get another first down and get run out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line, a gain of about 14.
Pushed out of bounds, that'll be first down.
Stops the clock with 5:28 to go. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 11 for West Central. .34 Layferry on the carry again. BPC coming up with the football. Parker Guppy, I believe, on the football for BPC.
Fumble recovered by number 3, Brock Beekman.
Brock Beekman on the recovery. BPC ball hawking there, going after the ball and able to pull it loose. So 1st and 10 for BPC from their own 10-yard line. Down 18, 38-20, 5:03 to play. Saw all passes on the last series for BPC. Would expect that again. Wind at the back. Beekman and Huffman, the two setbacks behind Love. I'm going to hand off to Beekman. Beekman's going to cut it back. He's got some room, breaks the tackle. He may go. Across the 40. It's down inside the West Central 20-yard line. 72 yards on the run for Brock Beekman. .143 yards on 7 carries. Timeout taken by BPC. 4:48 to play. 1st and 10 Spartans from the Heat 17-yard line. We'll be back in just a moment.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 4:48 to play in the contest. 1st and 10 BPC from the Heat 17-yard line. Spartans trail it by 18, 38-20. big run there by Brock Meekman. 72 yards for Beekman on the rush. First at 10 BPC. 4:48 to play in the contest. And a handoff to Huffman. Huffman's going to get out of bounds at about the 15, a gain of a couple on the play.
Number 1 Lane Huffman on the carry for a gain of a couple. Second down.
Most importantly on that, gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 4:44 to play. 2nd and 8 for BPC at the Heat 15-yard line. To fake the handoff. Looking for man. He's got Huffman open. Touchdown, BPC. 15 yards, love to Huffman. And we're back to a 12-point game, a big 2-point.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Just a moment.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Back here, Bushnell-Prairie City High School. 38-26, 4:37 to play. Would anticipate maybe an onside kick here from BPC. (38-26). BPC there, Talon Love, 15-yard pass to Lane Huffman for the 6. Run failed by Beekman. So a 12-point lead for West Central, 38-26. Parker Guppy to tee it up for BPC. 11, Aiden Garner and Alex McGraw back for West Central. Going to be a bounding kick fielded by McGraw across the 30, 35, 40. He's just going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Stops the clock with 4:33 to play.
First down.
Central, I believe, with one timeout. BPC, I believe, still has 2. I would expect, again, the BPC defense to ball hawk like crazy. West Central going to try and keep the ball when they on the ground, I would assume, and keep it inbound to keep the clock running and force BPC to burn their remaining timeouts. First and 10 West Central. And off to Kelly. And he's going to gain about 8 on the play.
Number 8, Graham Kelly on the run. Stopped by number 1, Lane Huffman.
4:20 to play. Down under 4 to play, 3:58 and counting. 38-26 lead for West Central. Being hand off to Kelly again. Stand him up. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he got it. Lane Huffman hitting him low. And it is going to be enough for a first down.
Kelly again on the carry. Stopped by a host of Spartans.
Nope, going to be, nope, they say now it is enough for a first down. 3:42 to play. And wind the clock. 38-26 in favor of West Central. Coming up on the post-game show to get a quick word with Coach Sisler and possibly Coach Kirby from West Central as well. Down to 3:15 to play. West Central no hurry to break the huddle. Count from the back judge. And took a little too long as they're going to get a delay of game penalty. 7 penalties now on West Central for 60 yards.
Timeout, West Central.
West Central taking a timeout. I believe their third and final. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live and presented by MDH in just a moment.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 3:06 to play in the contest. 38-26 in favor of West Central. West Central now, I believe, out of timeouts here. Whistle's blowing the play dead before the snap. .305 to play. Stimson under center, wing back McGraw. Fullback Kelly. Going to be handoff to Kelly. No, it's going to be Stimson. And he's going to be brought down out of bounds, but he's going to have a first down at the Spartan 35. Number 6, Parker Guppy on the stop.
Number 2, Jonathan Harrell. Number 6, Parker Guppy.
Injury timeout.
Injury timeout.
2:59 to play. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, Spartan player Parker Guppy shook up on the far sideline, holding that left arm near his body. 2:59 to play. And stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll have updated stats, scoring summary, and hopefully a brief chat with both of the head coaches. And we're going to get a false start penalty on West Central. 8th penalty on the Heat for 65 yards on the afternoon. First and 15 now, back at the Spartan 41-yard line. Kelly on the carry, going to be brought down by Beekman. He's going to get the penalty yardage plus a yard, so a gain of 6. Clock ticking down to 35 to play here in the fourth quarter. 38-26 in favor of West Central. Again, these two squads will meet in Biggsville later this year. And it's going to be a handoff to McGraw, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Number 99, Daniel Pierce on the stop for BPC. He's going to set up a third and long, third and about 10. Clock down to 2:10 to play. Ball back to the Spartan 36-yard line. Clock under 2 to play, 1:45 and counting. And off to Kelly. Nope, Stimson's going to keep it again. Is going to try to stay in bounds. He will, gain of about 3 on the play. Clock continuing to tick down, 1:35 and counting.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and about 7 for West Central, up by 12, 38-26. Timeout BPC. We'll step aside and be back here in just a moment here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, 1:18 on the clock in the fourth quarter, 38-26 lead in favor of West Central. 4th and 7 for the Heat from the BPC 33-yard line. A handoff to McGraw, and he's going to have the first down, and he's going to stay in bounds again.
Number 17, Alex McGraw on the carry. That's enough for West Central first down.
And it's stayed in bounds, so the clock going to continue to roll. We're down to 1:05 on the clock. BPC going to drop to 1-1. West Central going to move to 2-0. West Prairie Southeastern, the next opponent for BPC. Simpson's just going to take a knee as we're down to 45 seconds to play. And Simpson going to take a knee again. Down to 26 seconds to play. As I said, BPC is going to move to 1-1. West Central going to move to 2-0 as BPC will head down Route 9 for the Iron Spike Bowl at Scioto next Friday night. West Central will be on the road. They play their first 5 games away from Biggsville. They'll travel to Peoria Heights next Friday evening. As we're down, and it is now official, a final 38-26, the final score. West Central over BPC. We'll be back here in a couple moments and run down those stats here on the postgame show on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, final score 38-26 in favor of West Central. As we'll run down the scoring summary and get a brief couple words with Coach Sisler and hopefully Coach Kirby from West Central. As running down the stats. For BPC, Lane Huffman unofficially 15 carries for 48 yards. Town Love 5 carries for 43. Brock Beekman 7 carries for 143 yards and a touchdown, and Ethan Pierce 2 carries for 13. Passing unofficially, Town Love 3 of 14 for 36 yards. A couple of touchdowns, or 2 touchdowns on the afternoon. For West Central, Stimson 1 of 3 passing for 36 and a touchdown. Stimson was 8 carries, 35 yards on the ground. Graham Kelly 15 carries for 43 and a score. Alex McGraw 11 for 71 and a touchdown. Cody Wade 8 for 32. And Kyle Leifrey 4 for 38 for West Central. Scoring summary in this final 38-26 in favor of West Central. It was Kelly for West Central running in a 2-yard touchdown run with 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. Kelly's run for 2 made it 8-0. That would be our score at the end of the first quarter. It was Love on a 10-yard pass to Beekman. 10:33 to play in the first half. Pierce run failed 8-6 in favor of West Central. But the bugaboo in the first half, the penalties, taking away a touchdown by Lane Huffman and 2 kick returns by McGraw for West Central. He would get the first of the 2. 10:22 to play in the second. 70-yard kick return. The run failed. It was a 14-6 lead for West Central at that point. Bushnell scoring with 2:46 to go. Beekman on a 22-yard touchdown run. Beekman ran the 2-point conversion in, and that made it 14-all. But McGraw coming right back 13 seconds later. 73-yard kick return. Kelly run for 2, 22-14 our halftime score. McGraw a 37-yard run on the ground. Wade run for 2 made it 30-14. That's 6:18 to play in the third. 5:56 to play in the third. Huffman 58-yard touchdown run. Pierce ran failed 30-20 after 3. Stimson 36 yards pass to Woodbury. Layferry run 38-20. And Love 15-yard pass to Huffman with 4:37 to go. Run failed. That was our final score, 38-26, as trying to get the cords and headphones untangled, and we'll get Coach Sisler in here for a brief chat. And Coach, 38-26 set back to West Central, and talking with Coach Borders at halftime, the penalties and special teams, and that ended up really being the downfall for BPC today.
Yeah, that stuff it adds up for sure. Small mistakes, they snowball sometimes out of control, and today was definitely one of those days. We played well, but not great enough, obviously, to come away with the win.
Yeah, and that, you guys tie it up, get 2 scores, and immediately just, crazy there to have that happen. But defensively, I thought you guys played pretty well, especially throughout the game, really. Defensively, you really didn't give up much on the ground offensively to West Central.
Yeah, defense, like I said, defense plays really well. Offense didn't play terrible. It's the penalties. The penalties are what killed us, and then giving up those 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. It's the small things. We tell these guys, these small things add up. It's a game of inches, and, missed tackles, penalties.
You lost a touchdown on a hold on Lane, touchdown there in the first half. So tough one here, but the good thing is you guys get to bounce right back. It's only week 2.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Spike Bowl next Friday night at Scioto, and Coach McCormick and his squad falling pretty big to Amboy today. So they're going to be looking for win number 1, and always a good battle between you guys.
100% for sure. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. Enjoy the rest of this nice, beautiful, you couldn't draw up better weather for a Saturday afternoon.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
So we'll let you get out of here, and we will talk to you next Friday night over in Scioto.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
you.
Coach. Appreciate it. Coach Sisler coming up here on the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH post-game show. We're going to step aside for a couple moments, see if we might get Coach Kirby up here from West Central, and if we do, we'll get him on the air. Otherwise, we'll come back, wrap things up, and call it a day. But we'll be back here in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor, and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Coach Kirby, I think, on his way up. I talk maybe to the folks from the radio station first and see if we can get a moment to catch Coach Kirby maybe after he's done with the radio. We're going to do this. We'll step aside again, get a couple of minutes, some commercials in here, and we'll be back, see if we can talk it over with West Central head coach Kirby in just a moment on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, again 38-26 our final score. Central moving to 2-0 on the season. BPC going to fall to 1-1. Central next Friday night, they make the trip to Peoria Heights to take on the Patriots. Central, due to the couple of teams backing out of 8-man football, Central playing their first 5 games away from home and then their final 4 back in Biggsville. West Prairie Southeastern, the next opponent for BPC, the Iron Spike Bowl in Scioto next Friday night. We'll have that one here for you on TSSR Game Time Live. Presented by MDH with a 7 o'clock kickoff. And want to thank our cameraman Jason Hulett for doing a fine job on this Saturday afternoon. And so we'll see if we can catch Coach Kirby for a minute or two. He is talking to the radio from Monmouth, and see if we can get a couple of minutes with him. So West Central moving to 2-0, BPC 1-1, and right back at it next Friday night, both squads, as we said. Again, 38-26 the final score. Nice contest for Mr. McGraw. Alex McGraw with 3 touchdowns on the afternoon, 2 kick returns of 73 yards, and then a 37-yard touchdown run as well for West Central. And 38-26. See if we, again, we'll hang on here just a few moments. We're going to step aside again. We'll get some ads in, and we'll be back hopefully with Coach Kirby here in just a moment.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. In 38-26, our final score. Going to hang here for a couple more minutes and see if we can catch Coach Kirby for a couple minutes here as he has finished up some obligations with Monmouth Radio right now. Of course, as I said, these two squads will see each other again later in the season due to the some scheduling changes, as BPC will get to also see the defending state champions 2 weeks from today here at Bushnell. Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock kickoff, and then the regular season finale on the road up to Amboy to finish off the 2024 I8FA regular season. In 38-26, our final score, it was 22-14 at the half in favor of West Central, 8-0 in favor of the Heat after 1. 30-20 after 3, and 38-26 our final score, as Brock Beekman, a couple of had a touchdown run, long one of 22, and a touchdown pass reception. Town Love with a couple of touchdown passes, one to Beekman and one to Huffman. We'll step aside again, get a couple more ads in, and get back and hopefully have a couple of brief words with Coach Kirby in just a minute.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just
back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. 38-26 our final score. West Central moving to 2-0 in the season. BPC falling to 1-1. Again, BPC on the road, the short trip down Route 9 to Scioto next Friday evening for the Iron Spike rivalry game. Peoria Heights hosting West Central next week as Spartans look to rebound, and West Central looking to move to 3-0 on the season. Again, let's see if we can maybe update some scores real quick from around college football. Notre Dame trailing Northern Illinois 13-7 almost to the break. 10-0 in favor of Iowa over Iowa State. That under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Let's see, Georgia Tech falling to Syracuse 31-28. Texas over Michigan 31-12. Oklahoma State hangs on in overtime, 39-31 in overtime over Arkansas. Kansas State 34, Tulane at 27. Penn State survives a scare from Bowling Green 34-27. That one the final. Louisville 28, Jacksonville State 14, that almost to the break. Utah 23, Baylor nothing at just before the half. Later tonight, of course, number 19, Kansas travels to Illinois. And I think what we're going to do, Coach Kirby's still talking to the Monmouth radio. So I think what we'll do is we'll wrap things up here from Bushnell-Prairie City High School tonight, this afternoon. And again, a final score of 38-26 in favor of West Central over BPC. We'll sign off and hope everybody has a great remainder of the weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next Friday from Scioto, the Iron Spike Battle, here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MD.